Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. Today you're with Alex and I'll be previewing one of the most juiciest games of the day, which sees the Brooklyn Nets play host to the Memphis Grizzlies. This one promises to be a great contest that could go down to the wire. The Brooklyn Nets come into this one off an unexpected loss against the depleted LA Clippers. They went down 120 to 116. The Clippers were resilient and found a way late to win. They were led by Eric Bledsoe, who put up 27 points and went 8 out of 12 from the field. The Nets were led by James Harden, who put up a monster 34 points, 12 rebounds, and 13 assists. Kevin Durant was solid with 28 points, and Patty Mills put up 17 points before he fouled out. The Nets have now lost 2 games in a row and will have to be better, particularly defensively, if they are to beat the Memphis Grizzlies, who are absolutely flying right now. The Grizzlies come into this one having won 4 in a row. They are coming off a good win against the San Antonio Spurs. They won 118 to 105. In that game they were led by jamorant, who is in a purple patch at the moment. He put up 30 points and went 3 out of 3 from beyond the arc. He also had 6 rebounds and 8 assists and only played 32 minutes. The Grizzlies also had solid contributions from the likes of Jones, Bain, and Clark, who put up 18, 17, and 17 points respectively. With the outs they have, we are getting a good look at how deep this team runs, and it's pretty impressive. The Grizzlies will need to come in locked and loaded, as I will be expecting a big response from the Brooklyn Nets. This is a tough game to predict, as it truly could go either way. For the Nets to win, I'll be looking for a few things. Kevin Durant and James Harden will need strong games for sure, but the Nets defense has been poor over the last couple of games. If they allow their opponents to score at will, then not even the offense of Durant and Harden can win you games. I would like to see the Nets bring the heat in regards to defense. The Nets will also have to find some way of dealing with jamorant. He is flying right now, and if the Nets come in with subpar defense, then he will run wild on you. The Nets must bring the heat and set the tone early. For the Grizzlies to win, I'll be looking to jamorant. He has been on fire and will need to be, as the Nets can definitely score. They will need strong contributions from the likes of Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson Jr., and a few other players. They will need to be strong defensively, as Durant and Harden can run wild and score at will. Down the stretch is perhaps the most important time of the game, as the ball will live in the hands of those two. How they defend Durant and Harden will be the difference in winning or losing this game. The Grizzlies must play with focus and intensity if they are to beat the Brooklyn Nets. Like I said, this is a tough game to predict, but I will back the Nets narrowly, as they generally don't lose 3 in a row. Now don't get me wrong, this game will be close, but I think the last 2 games may have taught the Nets on how to control the game in the last few minutes. They will be keen to fix the mistakes they made and get back on track. The absence of Dillon Brooks was probably the thing that tipped the scales in the Nets' favour for me. He would have had the job on James Harden, but without him, Harden will be able to play freely without as much pressure. This will be a great game and could go down to the wire, but the Nets at home may have just enough to sneak by. Look for Harden and Durant to steer the Nets to victory in a hard-fought contest. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, as I'll be uploading videos every day. Thank you for watching.